Greetings and salutations. And we're, no, I want to load, not rename it. We're picking up where we left off. I was on Novus. And I almost fell to my death up here, actually. I need to find a few things. Oh. First thing, I need to make... I already have more tethers. Okay, good. I was say I need to make tethers, but I have some. Made that ramp down there. It was like food. It wasn't just for that. There was something else down there I wanted. Can't recall. Maybe it was compounded. Hard telling. There's a lash leaf, and I really don't want that. Well, you fool. You put down the tether, you didn't put it down right. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? I still want to make a ramp long enough on the surface of a planet. I gotta find the largest planet in Ashgradir, and then I have to figure out how long it has to be, the ramp has to be, for me to do the whole Battletoads theme, right? The Turbo Tunnel theme, if you know what I'm talking about. If you do know what I'm talking about, then you're just as much of an old fart as I am. Fractal Rose Seed. Decryption key. Oh. Okay. I think those decrypt the fragments on Visania. Not Visania. Where was it? I also need to go down inside the place to go get iron, but I don't have the facility for that right yet. By that I mean I don't have like all the faculties in which to do it. I don't have the logistics, so to speak. I'm going to plant the fractal seeds right here, because I don't want to lose them. I'm going to bring some of those to, or some of the fragments here. Hello, lithium. Not what I was looking for, but I'll take it. I think I need to leave some stuff here. I'm going to mine more lithium. Wow. Yeah, I'd say it's a fair bit of lithium over there. Imagine if they didn't have this, like, telepathic pickup and put down in this game. This would be just agony. Like, everything I'm doing here would just be so, like, I'd be agonizing over it. Wait a minute. What are we talking here? I can make more tethers. That's a good thing. A Nova shell, huh? We have clay, which doesn't really help us. Realistically. Just set the clay down. And this is some quartz. I don't know what I'm going to do with clay and quartz here on Novus, but we'll try to get down here and find some hematite or something. I do like that they have little bites in there that you can just get as an extractable resource out of doing this. The fact that it gives clay, I think, was because people were building. Wow, those have a lot of bites. And that requires power. I think people were building a lot of like soil. What are they called there? Soil centrifuges on like every planet that didn't have resources or like the mineable resource that they needed, and so they were using that as a kind of like a end around toward getting around resource shortages on other planets. Not enough. Not even remotely close to enough. And I need that RTG on me, otherwise I will draw too much power and it won't work. Hello. Where is that? I heard that. It is something in this area. Yeah, it's right in here. Aha! Where'd that go? No, I want you over here. I'll take that back because I don't know how much that research was for, but I know that it's gonna be higher than anything on Visania. That's not what I'm after. Because that's laterite. I need hematite, but I'm not finding it. Hmm. I mean, I could always get a little mini oxygenator, but it's like if I did that, it would kind of defeat the purpose, huh? Because then you could just have a couple RTGs and a mini oxygenator and not have to worry about anything. Of course, leaving the work lights behind makes it harder to illuminate caves, especially on a planet as dark as Novus. Well, that's not good. Can't see. Perfect. I just need to drop off the oxygenator. Which I know sounds weird to just, like, peel the oxygenator out of your ship, but, you know. Okay, there we go. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. There we go. Alright. We're gonna head back. And then I gotta come back with some more logistical support. So I gotta come back with something that is going to... There's Silva. Silva. Where'd it go? This Tolo was right in the way. Yeah. Pretty sure it's over here. Yep. Nope. This is another launch. Oh. Wait a minute. Really? And I'm gonna have to come back here with a packager of some description. A couple of them. Definitely taking that back with me. Unfortunately, I now have to use this. Do I? There's no usage. Yeah, I can't do that. I have to... It's unfortunate, but I have to use this. I'm going to come back with a couple of packages. I didn't want to waste that launch. I'll have to come back for a solid fuel booster, too. There's a launch pad there. That was not my home base. Thought it was. There's my home. So there's a launch pad all the way on the other side of the base, on the other side of the planet. Alright. Awesome. Now I have that. But there's medium storage. It'd be great to take that back, but I'm just going to load it up with lithium right now. What do I need the glass for? Why did I even take it? RTGs are obvious. Other stuff is obvious. I think they said Eyes on Lithium gave me battery, right? Gave me bytes. Medium battery. I have to print a medium battery. Do I even have it researched? Probably not. Delay repeaters, power switch. Oh, do not have it. I do now. At the cost of all my bytes. Lithium and zinc. Just so happen to have one there. Zinc material. Do I have a zinc finished? No. Why would I? I don't even have zinc finished over here. Why am I such a slacker when it comes to that? Repackager? No repackager. Did I not learn it? Bet I didn't learn it. Small battery. Fireworks, dynamite. Horn. Probe scanner. Those are the drill bits. Those are the mods. That's power. Glow sticks, floodlight. Yep, packager. Costs is 1,000. Well, I need some research. I think if I get, I should plug that battery right into the base. Hmm. Yeah. But where? I'm gonna take 3 of these back because I have. Oh, I'm not. I'm gonna take 2 of them back. But you know what? I should just leave that here. Carry the RTG with me. I need the graphite. Uh, this is tough. I could do that, and that'll charge that battery. Probably actually charge quicker if I do this. Put more power into the system. Then again, alright. I already got that out of there. I need another jet engine. Another solid fuel. Aluminum and ammonia. I know it sucks because I really hate burning through it, but oh wait, there's that. It's research, but it's terrible research. Soil centrifuge, I can actually take that back to the planet, come to think of it. I will take that back to Novus when I get there. I don't know, because I've already got that. I need aluminum. And then just drop it on the ground. That needs to come with me. I would like to keep the floodlight on me. I only need 2 packagers, though. Right? Right. Alright. I can't even make packagers yet. So, it's going to be more than one trip. Could have brought a beacon with me, too, come to think of it. Going to the landing pad over here. Obviously, I don't have my packagers on me. But, wait, does that not cost... That does burn up fuel. I was going to say, if that didn't burn up fuel, that's a cheap, easy way to fly. The more I think about it, the better it is actually to just burn up these solid rocket boosters to go to and from. I can wait to get the other thing, the other small machine there, because it's not too crucial. It isn't really. Getting the research here and the other and the oh, that only uses 25% fuel. Okay, that's much quicker then. Getting the research here and getting that medium wind power there was absolutely critical. Okay. I got myself a large wind turbine and a large solar panel. Okay. Let me check the Astropedia. Give me 2 seconds. Novus had a lot of light, correct? Sun and wind are high. So, I take that. I can take both. Question is does that require... Yeah, it does. They both do, don't they? Yeah, they both... I think they... Yeah, they both require a large platform. So the question becomes, do I make a large platform and fly it to Novus, fly back, make a large platform? Wait, can I make a large platform C? That's large solar panel. Large wind turbine, large battery. Trade platform. There's print filter. I don't even know what that is. Large storage silos, active storage, curved platform. An extended frame to support auto arms. I'm not even going to get into automation just yet. We're going to wait on that. I want to find a large platform, like an extra large. There we go. Iron and resin. For iron. Extra large platform B. Huh. Again, it requires iron. I don't know if I need an extra large one, but I like the idea of having... You know what? We're going to do this. For now. Now the battery is just holding steady without any extra drain or anything like that. So the plan I'm thinking of is if I take the extra large platforms, I have to go get iron first. So taking the solar array won't do any good unless it'll fit on a medium. But if I do that, if I take it off and I repackage it, I'll have to learn the package. Do I have that yet? Probably not. It's 1,000 bytes. Because then I can make packagers, and then I can just package up one of them after I unfold it. As a matter of fact, I do want to know. Because if it'll fit on medium platforms, I can make 4 trips to Novus. That's done. That's a lot of bytes. I'm going to check something. Can I... Ooh, I can unpack it here. Okay. So I could just make one of those cheapo... One of these little discount platforms. Large platforms at A. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to take... I'm going to have to make multiple trips to Novus. That's the downside. Because then I can take the soil centrifuge, the large wind turbine, the turbine, and the large solar panel. I could just take those, or make packagers take those. I'm going to need another solid fuel thruster, but it's going to take a few trips. Unless medium platforms can fit on my back. I don't think they can. Those are large platforms. I don't want those. I want mediums. Medium. Graphite. Splitter. Cool. Medium platform A. That's that thing, right? Yep. If that goes into a small spot on my back, I could do it right now. Oh, I won't have to make multiple trips. Only a couple. So we're gonna have to drop off. You know what? For the sake of this trip, we'll do this. Because then I can make an actual power structure there. I can have the wind turbine, I can have the solar array, and I can have the soil centrifuge. And then I could come back. I need one more resin, though. I don't have one more resin, do I? I got an entire resin field out here, so... Best to get a couple. There. It literally is best to get more than just one. Even though I only need the one, you're going to need the others later. Granted, I could soil centrifuge for it, but that's no big deal. So, with the one solid rocket fuel, I can legitimately launch... Whoops. I can legitimately launch to... nodes. Oh, we've got that there. There's also the oxygenator on Novus, too. But the... It's called shelter. The shelter on Novus is where I'm getting my oxygen from, so I don't need that. I do want to keep the battery on me, though. Did I get enough for the packager? I did. Alright, so what we're going to do, first and foremost, because we're going to botch that so that it's terrible. We're going to make packager. We're going to make two of them, actually. That way I don't have to leave. I can just drop off the other one. I can just set it down. Because I don't need it for anything right now. So just set it right there. And then there's that mission. It's relocation. Medium shredder. Helps. See? Here's that resin I needed for the medium platform. How about that? Now I could just hook that up here and then start shredding because I got all my stuff here, all the scrap. And shred other things I don't want, so set that over here. That was not what I wanted. Oops. Put you on there. Open you. Yeah, scrap doesn't go in there. Salvage does. Scrap comes out. Alright, that finished. That's a good thing. So now I can take my RTG back. I need the trade platform too. Thunder large, isn't it? Yes, it is. Trade platform. Trade. Garbage and items. Oh, and it requires an exo chip. Great. That's something's going to go over well. So I have 3 of these to harvest to the crystals. It says it helps decode them, decrypt them. These ones all That is global stability. Well, we'll take these and see what they do with the other thing. Unfortunately, I have to leave that there. That'll be good for one more trip to back over to the thing to package it up. Actually, wait. What am I thinking? If that's good for one more round trip still in orbit, then let's do it. If it's just a one-way trip, I'm screwed. It's a one-way trip. So we're going back to the home base, because I don't want to get trapped over there. Though I could technically ride that entire ball all the way back, but then I would need another shuttle. See, that's the problem. Actually, now we're just going to take this. We're going to need to make another one. I'm going over there to get that sphere like in Jurassic Park. Because it doesn't require any power, it doesn't require anything, and it allows you to ride around on the planet with oxygen and anything connected to it. So see that over there? It's a railway station. Pretty sure it's a rail station. Alright. Nope. Whoa! Wait just a second. I did not know this was all here. Research. Okay. So this now has become a problem. Actually, no, it hasn't. Ha 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 ha! So I don't have anything else really left to get here except the small solar. Actually, wait, if I do the small... What can I leave behind in lieu of the small solar? You know what? I'm just going to leave the small solar there. I've got what I came for. I didn't even know there was a medium solar panel there, but now that I know, no sense leaving it. No sense leaving it at all. I just need to make multiple trips, which means I need to make multiple solid rocket boosters. That's a problem. Because if I make solid rocket boosters, it's ammonium and something else. And that's just gonna absolutely wear down the amount of stuff I need. Gravity globe. There. So now that I've got that, I can actually take my soil canisters with me. Now we're looking pretty good. I'll take one of those with me on my thing for a spare slot because I can make a packager. Problem is that's going to be this booster for this planet. That one is shot, and I don't want to throw it down the crevasse. Believe me, there was a... Wait, I got an idea. There we go. It's a garbage pit for used engines. Used rocket engines. Just dump them in there until we get the salvager. Which that's the tragic part, is that I need to dump it there to get the salvager. Until I get the salvager. The larger one. Not the small salvager. When I get there, I'm going to have to make a couple of trips. This is good for one trip up, one trip back. And this time I'm taking the solar array, the solar panel. What am I taking next time? Soil centrifuge. That's my second run. Because then at least I can take it and then go elsewhere. Like I can use the soil there to generate something. I did not want to click to solo. That's bad. That's gonna burn all my fuel, isn't it? Oddly enough, it burned almost all of my fuel. Well, we might be trapped here on Novus for a while. Better tuck in for a long ride, I guess. Like a nice smooth. Nice little tucked in base in here. You know what they needed to? You know what they need to bring back in Astroneer? They haven't done it. There hasn't been a long, list of it being done in Astroneer, but they need to bring it back, and that's the windstorms that existed on planets that would blow debris and get your character. That would do damage to your character. Yeah, that's fun. So those are there. So now what we need to do is I need the... There's oxygen in the thing, so I don't need that. I need the solar panel. That's got to come out here, sadly. So... Really. And I can't unpack it on there. Oh, good. I need a large one. That means I have to come back. What is up with these things? These are strange, strange items. I'll get back on it. Like, they weren't lying about curious items. Huh. So I need to find... ammonium and that was actually cool. Not gonna lie. I need to find out ammonium and what was it, aluminum? No. It was ammonium and what does it take to make one of these things? I can't even remember. Aluminum. Ammonium and aluminum. And I have neither. They say you can find it on all... aluminum probably can't be found on all planets. That's going to be tragic. There's compound. I'm going to put that here. I'm going to make it, I'm going to drop it on the ground. And I have just enough compound to make a set of tethers. Which I will do. I'm not a generator. I've got power solutions for the most part. My biggest issue is coming up with, like, solutions. Whoa. Okay, well, it needs the oxygenator in there to, I guess, run. I guess that's what it's requiring. That entrance over here needs to be a touch bigger, otherwise I'm not going to remember where it is. Perfect. So what I need to look for down here is aluminum. I found sphalerite. Let's see if it's on this planet. That's not there. It's under the Astropedia. And this is getting a little bit too long. Right. I went past it. Notes. Lithium found in mountains. Hematite found in caves. If I go to resources. Ammonium on all planets. Laterite. Found on all planets. Okay, so I can make the stuff here. I just need to make a printer here to make it. As clay. I don't really need clay. I need laterite and that's sphalerite. No, that is laterite. Okay. So there's 3 laterite, and now I just need ammonium. Then it was also found in all. Ooh, wait, that's hematite, baby. Not a whole lot of it, but wow, not a whole lot of it is right. Didn't even get a full hematite. Talk about being ripped off. Oh, there's hematite. Yeah, not enough to stick in your ear. I was gonna say, you better put a tether down. Oh, no more tethers. Okay. Well, hello, hematite. Says I found you in here. Where's the hematite? It says it's in here. Oh, there it is. Nice. Ooh. Almost took a half gainer down that hole. That'd have been very ugly. Um, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go like this. Ramp. And another ramp. That's what, 5 hematite? 4 hematite? Oh wait. I don't have the ability to process. I don't have a forge. I don't have the ability to process the aluminum, the laterite. Oh, I need to. All right. So my whole future hopes for. Wait, was that literally? Traveled all that way for hematite. That's right there. So what we got is we've got ourselves a conundrum. I need to farm enough resin and compound to build a large base here, in order to build a furnace here, in order to process the laterite into aluminum, in order to print the engine, in order to get off the planet. So I have 100% officially cooked it. There. Now there's an oxygenator no matter what. That needs to go in there because I need that research. This still needs to be hooked up to the power system. Well, there we go. So I've got one pathetic little solar panel, and all I've got on me is an RTG. I need to build a printer. Okay, Astroneer, I'm just gonna say this. I love you game, but let me tell you something. Um, if you would just put a lock option for your shelters, that would be stellar. Because then you can actually lock your shelter in place so you don't have to worry about it. Is that a generator? No, that's a printer. I need medium printer. 2 compound. And here I am being all fumble fingers. That's great, isn't it? Seriously? Well done. Alright, so now I have the medium printer. I need to also make other medium platforms to house the medium stuff to then... We're getting there. But that's going to have to wait for another video. As it stands right now, we've got some serious drawbacks. By accidentally flying into solo, we've kind of made a mistake. Oops. There. What's that? There's organic. I love how it's like, lash leaf, hazard. Well, that's great. Well, let's see. I think that's enough open sky for my solar panel. Let's just make sure, shall we? There. I don't like those. None of those seem like a good idea. Those lash leaves, they're not, it's not a good idea. So, there's the medium printer. I don't want a large printer. I do want a smelting furnace, which is resin and compound. But I need a large platform, which is resin. Where did I find the resin before? I found it in the residential area. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A little bit too fast there, pal. There's resin. I said two resin. See, now we've come across a bit of a problem. Wait, is there something that takes one resin? Perfect. We're actually not going to make that canister. But you see, because I needed the two resin, and I could carry this back quickly, I put the one on my back. It's a pseudo inventory slot. And I take this back, I then... Oh, for a minute there, I thought that was ammonia. I was going to be like, hey, that's my trip out of here. I can then just do this. And pop this off here. Pop that on there. And make that. And because they're having a power issue, that's the other thing about this place. There's going to be a power issue. And yes, I am blowing into my hands because I've been trying, because it's going to be really hot tomorrow. And actually, it's going to be moderately hot tomorrow. It's going to be really hot the next day. And so I've been trying to, I didn't even know it was an hour long. Boy. Anyway, I've been trying to get this room cool enough. And it's currently 57 degrees in here. Yeah, it's nice. What I'll do is I'll just move that like that. Ha 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 ha. Lock that in place. The soil centrifuge. Not soil centrifuge. Smelting furnace, compound resin. I can almost get off the planet. Almost. Compound. There's the compound that I needed. These 2 compound and a resin? No. Compound 2 resin. There's the compound there. We're going to put that on my back too because I want the battery. This has gotten to be a very tedious task. I'll go over here and I'm going to grab some resin real quick, and then I will run back and call it a day. Maybe I'll get resin. I really want to know what those flowers are and why they make the same sound as the curious items. Maybe there's a clue to be unlocked there. I don't know. I got the resin. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna cue the old furnace to start. I'm gonna give it some power. Then I'm gonna head into the shelter. And I'm gonna call it a night. I need to still build some infrastructure here to get off planet. And I made a mistake of bringing too many small items here. I really need to do the soil centrifuge here, because then if I do that, I can spin up ammonium, and I can spin all the stuff I need to make it. But anyway, I thank everybody for coming out and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a wonderful time. I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.